Hi, I'm Kirby Hiscox. I'm here with David Cantu of MarriageCounselorAustin.com, and we're talking about relationships. David, that's a loaded question.
It's a totally loaded question. You know, and one of the things about relationships is that it's one of the big things that runs our lives. We want to be happy, and relationships are something that we use to be happy.
And they're not supposed to be this hard.
They're not supposed to be this hard. Why are they so hard?
That's right.
Yeah, that's a great question. I think one of the reasons that we think that they are so hard is because it brings up so many of the internal conflicts, so many of our own personal challenges, and we're blind to that often, Kirby. We want to focus on, you know, the reason it's so hard is because what the other person is doing wrong.
Yeah, you're wrong and I'm right.
That's right, that's right. Actually, well, you got it close. You're wrong and I'm right.
It's kind of like a mirror then. We're kind of looking at our own flaws coming out of the mouths of our partner.
Well, you know, Kirby, that's the exact truth, but at the same time, we're not aware of that. It doesn't seem like it's a mirror because we're focused on what the other person is doing, and we forget to actually look at ourselves and say, who am I being in this relationship? What is this relationship bringing up within me that is difficult? What we think instead is, I see what you're doing wrong that's making me unhappy, but we don't ask ourselves, what am I doing and what am I feeling that is making me unhappy?
Exactly, and we have a tendency to point the finger.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We're pointing the finger, and it's a challenge to ask ourselves, what does my partner mean by this? And how is my partner actually being helpful to me in this situation? It's a lot easier to say to ourselves, oh, my partner really means me harm. My partner has poor intentions toward me, and we don't ask ourselves, well, maybe my partner is actually trying to help me. Maybe it's even an unconscious attempt at helping me. But if we were to approach relationships with that attitude, with the attitude that maybe listening to you would be helpful to me in seeing what's going on within me, and if I saw that, maybe we would relate better with each other. All of that's an interesting thought.
It truly is. While at the same time, most of us have a tendency to feel, well, we like each other, so shouldn't you be like me? Shouldn't you agree with me more if we like each other so much?
Right. Or love should be enough.
Right.
Real often, one of the things I tell couples is, a couple gets married and they light the candle and they say, yesterday we were two, but now we're one. And then the day after they get married, they have their first argument, and the reason they have the argument is they never agreed on which one. And so the attitude is, you should be like me. And we don't actually verbalize it that way, but that's how we behave. And in doing that, we lose consideration of the other person's wants and needs.
And we have a tendency to focus on the other person's negativity, or not negativity, but the things that are doing that affect the relationship.
Oh, you were right. We focus on the other person's negativity, we focus on our innocence, on what we're doing right, as opposed to what the other person is doing right, and the things that we might be doing that harm the relationship.
How would you suggest that couples in a relationship could open themselves up to a more free-flowing exchange of feelings, words, dialogues, so that they stop pointing the finger at each other?
I think that the most important thing there, Kirby, is that we don't look to the other person with the attitude that the other person is doing something to harm us, but actually begin to consider that the other person is just being themselves. They want to express themselves, but it's not with the intention of hurting us. I think that would help tremendously.
opening ourselves up to the possibilities. That's what we're doing here with David Cantu of MarriageCounselorAustin.com. How can people contact you?
Come to our website, send us an email, give us a call.
And you can also find David on LifeCoachAustin.com. Thank you, David.
Thank you, Kirby.